Hello and welcome in to Mead High School for tonight's 3A matchup between two old rivals and district foes in your Erie Tigers and the Mead Mavericks. You're joining us just in time for the national anthem, and so that is where we are going to take you right now, and then we'll get you all set for this game. And that was the national anthem by the Mead Band. Brandon Bird here with you as we get you all set, as I said, for this matchup between the undefeated #1 ranked Erie Tigers here in 3A and the Mead Mavericks, who the Tigers have not beaten since 2012, and they look to knock them off here tonight. Mead 2-2 on the season. They opened up the season with a win against Lewis Palmer. They then had a loss against Skyline. They fell to Evergreen 8-7, and then they absolutely thumped Roosevelt 41-0. Then they had a bye, and so they have been preparing for these Tigers. This is the second time this year already that they will have played a team coming off of a bye week. So perhaps something to keep our eyes on. Just a couple players to watch for the Mead offense. The junior quarterback, Brady Veltine. He's 21 of 53 for 5 touchdowns and a pick this year. Nathan Bailey, he's kind of part of their two-headed monster at running back. 36 carries, 365 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And also kind of leading the way for the Mavericks in terms of rushing. Might recognize this name, Braden Keys, 19 carries, 208 yards, and actually a senior getting in on the action too is Ryan Bullock, of course. A lot of misdirection. That's going to be kind of a key tonight for this Tiger team, is how well they can stay disciplined on defense, and that's something that Coach Cooper really emphasized when we talked to him before this matchup. I believe that the Tigers will receive the opening kickoff, and they are all pumped up as they head down to the sidelines. And we're excited as well. Of course, the Tigers, as we mentioned, 4-0 last week. Noah Roper, who already has 736 yards rushing in the 4 games. Well, last week he had 7 carries against Canyon City. I think Coach Cooper mentioned that they only ran 15 offensive plays in that first half. Of course, they were up 28-0 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter against Canyon City. That was probably a game the likes of which we may never see again in terms of literally everything that could possibly go perfectly right or perfectly wrong, depending on how you looked at that game, broke exactly that way. And so as long as Mead can get the kickoff further than the 41-yard line, I think it'll be a better start than last week against Canyon City. If you remember last week, there was that kick that went 1 yard, an onside kick. The Tigers picked it up and ran it the other way. Back deep to receive is Noah Roper. Just in front of him, Augustin Salas. But we are about underway here as this one is a little poocher. Mead's coming down, and they have it. So for the second week in a row, a team tries some trickery on the opening kickoff, but this time it works out. So Trey Ward, the recovery. Trey's dad, Mike, the golf coach here at Mead. He's right next to us. He's also the PA announcer, so I think a proud papa there for Mead. Now Mead coming out really quick with some gusto here. Velteen in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide. Sends a man in motion. Handoff to him around the near side. Tigers will stack him up, but not before he picks up about 2.5. Ian Vera on the tackle. Now Velteen again. Sends a man in motion. Now he'll check in with the sidelines. They'll reset Tigers. They'll come down. They'll crowd the box. It'll be a pass here by Velteen. Fires down the sidelines. A little shove there by the receiver. It created some separation. Salas is asking for a penalty, but it's completed all the way down to the 2. So Ward on the catch. So first and goal. Velteen in the pistol here. Direct snap, and it's taken to the left side, and Ryan Bullock gives the Mavericks an early lead. So an onside kick, or kind of a modified version of that, a little pooch. And 3 plays later, a touchdown. And with 11:01 remaining here in the quarter, the Mavericks already lead things 6-0 with the extra point pending. A little bit late coming on here is Trey Ward. In fact, they may run out of time here before they can kick this extra point. The back judge is counting down here, and that will be a delay of game. So Mead not ready for the extra point. They're going to have to back up a little bit. With 11:01 remaining here in the first quarter, Mead strikes quickly. No color this week on the Erie Tiger Network. Kick is up, and it is still good. So 7-0. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. Tigers, they trail it here. They're looking to get the ball first here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
And we'll come back in. Sorry, we're a little late. And so that is where they will start. So Tigers, they seem to struggle against Mead, and a great start for the Mavericks. Erie will come out here. Mendoza in the shotgun. He'll hand off to Roper. Right side. Nice little hole. Gets hit. Spins down to the turf. And a good little 8-yard pickup there for Noah Roper on first down. As we said, Roper over 700 yards this season. And sorry, folks, we understand our, well, no, look good there. For a second there, it looked like we were over-zoomed on our own feed as an output signal, but we seem to be okay now. Tigers get it up to the 45. Hurry up offense here. Mendoza in the shotgun. Hands off. No, he'll keep it himself. Left side, tries to fight one defender off with a stiff arm, and he will truck his way forward for a good little 7-yard pickup. .953 remaining here. Quarter number 1. Now Gardner in, this time with Roper as the quarterback. 2 wideouts to the left. Roper, he'll take it. Runs read option. Right side, through a hole. Has first down yardage. Just grinding his way across the 30 down to the 29. So a pickup of about 9 there for Roper. A couple good runs here over that right side. Alonzo Warner starting at the left guard for the Tigers. Of course, Nate Hackney, the right guard. Colby Arlington at center. Spencer Brooks, the right tackle. And I believe Aiden Meeks starting at left tackle. Jamie Nelms down in there. I think Jamie wearing a different number tonight with these white jerseys. Can't quite tell. We'll let you know. Kana in motion. Handoff. Roper gives it to Gardner. Right side. Splits through a hole. And a nice little burst there for Tyler Gardner on first down. A pickup of 8. So Tigers moving the ball pretty methodically here after giving up a quick opening touchdown on some aggressive play by the Mavericks. Roper again, barking out the signals here. They're going to ride with Roper here. Tight set. Tight end on the right. Roper will keep it. Left side, stretches out toward the boundary, cuts it over the 20, breaks a tackle, shoveling defenders aside, spins to the goal line. No signal yet. And they're going to call him out just short of the goal line. So Roper takes it left side and some nice moves. All the way just shy of the goal line. We come back to live. First and goal from the 1. Tigers knocking on the door. Roper will keep it himself, and Roper into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. So the Tigers, they give up a quick score, but they strike right back here in the opening quarter. 8:14 remaining. As we see Roper here, just follow the big guys up front. And we love showing you our instant replay here on the Erie Tiger Network. Grayson Blaylock tonight, our instant replay manager, if you will. And now Julian on to kick the extra point, and that is up and good. So, Tigers answer with a touchdown of their own. We'll take another timeout. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network, as the Tigers have tied it up after surrendering an opening score. As this kick will sail down around the 10. Out across the 25, still, well, thought for a moment, still on his feet, and they'll start at the 35. So a score in less than a minute for Mead. Erie experienced some quick scores last week. Mead 4 yards rushing in that first drive. It was the big pass that set things up. Handoff up the middle, and just kind of plowing his way forward was Edwards. And Devin Edwards will pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Now Mead content to take their time a little bit here. Saw them kind of go a little bit up tempo on that first drive. Velteen in the shotgun. Tigers crowding the line. They'll give it to the wide man coming around, and that was Jake Watker. No gain that time. Watker does not have a carry listed for the Mavericks, so that might be his first carry of the season. Velteen on 3rd down and long here. Tiger defense looking for a stop, crowding the line of scrimmage. Little inside handoff around the left side, scooting through a hole, and then Noah Roper coming to clean things up, and he just picks up the ball carrier. I believe that was Bailey, and just drove him backward. Talking with Mr. Carpenter and a couple people around here, they mentioned how Roper's probably most physical last game on defense was against Canyon City last week. Now 4th and 1, Tigers looking for a stop. 6:20 remaining here in the first. They'll send a man in motion. Nope, they're trying to get Tigers maybe to jump. Let's see if they do run a play here. Time running down, the back judge signaling. 3 left, and they will call a timeout. So a timeout for Mead. We will step aside, take a quick timeout. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. They will decide to punt. Mead was trying to get it offside. I don't know if this was partially blocked or just miscued. And this is a net punt of 3 yards. So Tigers with great field position on the Maverick 45. It'll be Mendoza out on the field this time to lead the attack. Hand off to Roper, squirts through a hole, ducks under another defender, and picks up 6 yards. And Noah Roper, just every time we watch him, it's hard not to marvel. Just bigger, faster, stronger than it seems like everyone he plays on this level. So 2nd and 4 here. Mendoza in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Oh, bobbled there. He'll keep it himself right side, and he will get a first down. So Mendoza almost dropped the football, ends up picking up 6 yards, and a first down for the Tigers. So 1st and 10 now. Furman and Gardner both out there, split out wide to the left. Nelms the tight end to the left. Roper behind Mendoza, who's in the pistol. Handoff to Roper. Left side, nice big hole there. Just bounces off one defender. And always moving forward, Noah Roper, another 7 yards. .445 and counting here. Mendoza again in the pistol. Gardner in motion. Handoff, Roper right side, following his blockers, keeping the legs churning. And when you think you've stopped Noah once, got to stop him 2 or 3 times. It always feels that way. Tigers taking their time here. Mendoza again. Sends Gardner in motion. Hands it off to, no, keeps it himself. Everyone just collapsed on Roper, and Mendoza just kind of had to beat one guy and ends up getting 6, maybe 7 yards on that. They'll give him 6. So 2nd and 4, Tigers continually on first down, getting chunks of 5 or more yards, keeping it very manageable. Roper again takes a snap. He will keep it no, he does give it to Gardner. Good ball handling there by Noah Roper. Carried out his fake, and of course he will always draw the attention of a few Mavericks. So 4-yard pickup, 3-yard pickup there for Gardner, and that's going to make it 3rd and real short here, 3rd and 1. Roper this time, he'll take the snap. Follows Vera, and he has a first down, and they'll give him about 4 more yards. So Roper continues to just churn out yardage. Tigers taking their time, another 1st and goal here. Now they'll wind the clock. Not sure what the stoppage is here. An equipment issue. Now they'll hand out, or it'll be Roper takes it himself, plows over a defender toward the goal line and in for the touchdown. The official on the far sideline, and Noah Roper again showing the power on a 8-yard run. We see Noah just take it up in there. Following Vera, and Vera getting more and more playing time. He is a physical specimen in there and helps plow the way along with the offensive line for another Tiger touchdown. So 13-7. Wait, no, they will call him short. So one official had his hands up. The other did not, and they were marking second down, and now they'll say a touchdown. So I didn't see the officials confer with each other. And so now it's 13-7. Apologies up here. In fact, everyone up in the press box, I think, was figuring out the time of the touchdown and everything that goes along with it. And so Roper into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. So Tigers, after surrendering an opening score, strike back quickly. Julian will kick the extra point. It is good. 14-7. Tigers, they lead it here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, a 14-7 lead as the Tigers make things a little interesting. They gave up a quick touchdown, but they have struck back rather quickly. And this kick is high and really well hit that time by Julian. 5 yards deep, and it will be a touchback. Fans, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like this video, I should say, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also find us on social media at Erie Tiger Net on Twitter and like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. 1st and 10. Little pitch. And that's not... That was Nick Jacobs. Pickup of a couple. Tigers defense stood strong last series. Handoff up the middle, and ball carrier that time having trouble seeing that one sandwiched between two defenders. I think that one was Domenico. Third and 4. Tigers looking for another stop here. Velteen will check in with the sideline. Wideouts to the near side. See if they put it in the air again. They've beaten Erie deep once. Velteen will keep it himself on the read option. He's got a big hole, being chased down from behind, and Furman tried to rip the ball out, but a nice pickup there. See Velteen just run the read option, take it himself, and Velteen off to the races. So 1st and 10. Takes a snap, looks left, now will fire right down the sideline, has a man, nice jumping catch, and he taps the toes down. And Nick Jacobs pulls down the catch. And every time.
Ball at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Mavericks.
Slow it down. Speed it. Do it so it works. So 1st and 10 here. Handoff on a little kind of jet sweep. And that will be the last play in the quarter. And so at the end of 1 quarter of play, it's Tigers 14, Mavericks 7. We'll head to the 2nd quarter here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
And welcome back in. First play of the quarter, a short gain, and that'll bring up 3rd down here for the Mavericks. Velteen, this is shotgun, man in motion. He'll fake it. He's going to look to throw. Has a man and just fires wide. And so that'll bring up 4th and short. Gotta imagine that they'll go for it this time. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be close, but I think Mead has it. They had to get just past the 22 and a half. And it's spotted pretty much at the 22, and they do give it to him.
Kevin Edwards up the middle. That run is good enough for a 1st down, Mavericks.
So 1st down for Mead. Velteen in the pistol or shotgun again, I should say. Here comes the inside handoff on kind of a double handoff, little inside reverse, and a little 8-yard pickup, that time by Bailey. Tigers defense needs to stay disciplined. That was the kind of the key word that the Tigers used. 10:44 remaining here in the quarter. Velteen in the shotgun. He's going to give it on the sweep and staying in bounds and then finally being corralled out of bounds. And that was, once again, Jake Wachter.
Gain of 11 on the play, ball at the 3-yard line. First and goal, Mavericks.
First and goal for the Mavericks. Handoff, sweep toward the end zone, and just going to be stopped short. Jamie Nelms, a nice tackle. And it'll be second and real short here.
Ball at the 1-yard line brings up second and goal.
Veltine almost lost the snap. Hands off up the middle, and it's Nate Hackney who gobbles up the fullback. That was Devin Edwards for a loss of a couple. So Nate Hackney, a nice little shed of the block. And now it's third and goal. Tigers almost a bad snap again. Here they come, and a sack this time. It's Spencer Brooks. And so it was first and goal. And now it's going to be fourth and goal from the 9. Moving backward are the Mavericks. Good penetration both times. First by Hackney, then by Brooks. And they are going to send out the kicker for the extra point, or excuse me, for the field goal here. And that one is good.
Field goal is good by number 47, Taylor Kamagaki.
So Taylor Kamagaki kicks the field goal. We'll step aside real quick. Tigers lead at 14-10.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, another little poocher, and this one's going to bounce high and out of bounds. So penalty now coming. Man, that is dangerous. I got to tell you, though, I like that type of kick in high school. Make the receiving team field it, especially when you have Noah Roper back there who, well, we know what he can do. So why not just take your chances? It's likely if you don't have a kicker that can consistently kick it to the goal line that there's going to be a big return anyway. So 1st and 10 now for the Tigers as they retake over possession. And now it's Roper on the left side. And Roper will pick up about 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4. A pitch to Roper. He's going to look to throw, fires it deep, has a man at Furman, and he catches it down to the 20. Noah Roper. 40-yard pass to Caleb Furman, and the Tigers are knocking on the door again. And you could kind of tell that Noah wanted to throw it. In fact, you look there, he looked like he wanted to throw, then he stops, throws off his back foot, and Furman makes the nice diving catch. Quickly back, and Roper will take it himself for 2, maybe 3 yards there. So Tigers engineering another good drive. The 2 times they've actually had possession, they've come away with 7 points. Trying to do that here again. 2nd and 8. It's Mendoza this time. Fakes it, looks, wide open man, it's Jamie Nelms, and a touchdown! 18-yard strike from Gavin Mendoza to Jamie Nelms, and the Tigers have 20 points on the board, 3 straight touchdowns. We do have an official coming in. There is a flag down on the field. And I'm not sure what this one is all about. Maybe a celebration penalty. Because it looks like the kicking team, and they will mark this one back. And Julian's still out there. So by my best guesstimate, a celebration penalty there for the Tigers. Now Julian's on to kick an extra point of 35 yards. Julian trying to stay warm down there, really moving the extremities. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick zips, but why? Nope, right down the middle. Looked wide from our angle up in the booth, but right between the pipes. So 21-10 lead. Tigers lead it. We'll step aside again here on the Erie Tiger Network. Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation. And we're back here, 21-10. Tigers lead it. As we mentioned, the Tigers have not beaten Mead since 2012, but a good start here in half number 1. And Julian will send this one high again, and that one even further back. So a couple pretty big boots there on the kickoff from Julian. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mavericks.
Kickoff goes to the end zone. Mavericks take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
So Velteen in the shotgun here. Fakes one way, pitches the other, and this time Nate Hackney read it and gobbled the runner.
Number 34, Ryan Bullock on the carry. Tackle on the play number 54.
Second and 15 now after the 5-yard loss. A little fake outside handoff inside. No one there for the Tigers, and they're going to get all of the yards they lost back and then some. A little 10-yard rush that time.
Gain of 10 on the play.
And so that'll bring up 3rd and 5 here. Just got to get the nose of the football to the 30 for the Mavericks. Beltine again. Fakes. He'll look to throw. No one really open, so he's going to take it himself. He does get across the 30 to the 31, so has enough for the first down. And they'll move the chain. 6:04 remaining here in the quarter. Tigers almost caught jumping there. Beltine will change up the play, resend the man. That was Wachtger that was in motion. Tigers blitz the A gap, and they're going to blow that one dead. And Tigers timed that really nice, I thought. And it is a false start, so they're kind of late motioning toward the line of scrimmage. Just got Mead to move, so now 1st and 15. Beltine looks to his left. Wachtger in motion, and this time the Tigers jump. So both coaching staffs not going to be very pleased with that. Again, the Tigers, some itchy feet down there. Beltine on the near hash. Looks to pass, fires the fade route. Undercutting it and catching it was Wachtger. So nice pickup there of about 17 through the air. And this has been about Mead's best drive since their first possession of the night. Wachtger in motion, and they have sent Wachtger in motion, stopped, and looked to the sideline several times. Tigers trying to anticipate the snap count. Handoff on the sweep, and the Tigers are starting to read it. So a nice tackle against Spencer Brooks in there, and a little 3.5-yard loss. So 2nd and 14 here for the Mavericks. Beltine takes it. A little inside reverse, and this time staying home and making the play was Ian Vera. Big stop there by the linebacker. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 14 here for the Mavericks. So 3rd and 14. Tiger defense trying to scramble, and I think we'll have a delay. That came from the back judge, and maybe we got a timeout right before the delay. Let's see. Nope. They will call it a delay of game, and so 3rd and 14 turns to 3rd and 19 now. Fans, this game is brought to you by Germany Law. Check them out online at coelderlaw.net. 3rd and 19, 2:57 remaining. And the officials waiting to get things started. Now they'll get going. Velteen has a man in motion. He will hand it off near side. It's a little running back pass, wide open, and couldn't stay in bounds. Was Ward Jacobs, as he had only Green in front of him. He turned around and just ran straight out of bounds. Well-designed play, and the Tigers bit. So 1st and 10. Velteen fires the post, and it's intercepted. Going the other way. It's Noah Roper across the 40, the 50. Roper still on his feet. Oh, and he's horse-collared maybe. And there's also an injured Maverick and a couple penalty flags. And let's take a look at this one again. There's the post route, and Roper just stepped in front of it, and I'm not sure where the penalty came in, but a Maverick laying down on the other side of the 40. And he's already laying down by the time our camera gets into view. And then Roper almost horse-collared there. So that was Velteen, I think, that was on the ground. He's walking off under his own power, and he seems to be okay. 2:34 left. Chance for the Tigers to widen out the lead here before halftime. Taking their time over there on the sideline. Roper, his first interception of the year. The penalty will bring it all the way back to the 22. Talking with the coaching staff before the game, they kind of mentioned that this is going to be a game where they don't have a pitch count here for Roper. They're going to turn him loose and let him roll. Roper not in now, and now a timeout coming from the Erie sideline, and we'll take a timeout. 21-10, 2:34 remaining here in the first half. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 2:34 remaining. Tigers with the ball. They call the timeout. They get, Roper I don't think is out there. They'll throw the fade along the sideline, and Furman tried to go around the defender, and that was overthrown, incomplete. Trying to fix our camera during that timeout. That's why you see it a little jittery. .225. Roper back out there, and I don't know what is going on, but the administration of the putting the ball in play has taken a really long time. Now handoff. Roper takes it, and a pickup of 9.
play by number 47, Taylor Kamagaki. Gain of 9 on the play brings up 3rd and 1.
We'll have to have our friend Adam Donovan from Boco Preps help us out with the stats. At some point we lost track. We know Roper has at least 66 yards rushing here in this first half. Roper takes the snap, right side, squeaks through a hole, plows over a defender, has a first down and more as he's out across the 45 or 35 to the 36. So now 1st and 10, 145. Tigers trying to go with a little bit of gusto here. Roper, hard count. Hands off to Gardner, and Tyler Gardner will move the pile ahead, a pickup of 4, and the clock continues to roll.
Number 3, Gardner on the carry. Tiger on the play by number 49, Jacob Bartholomew. And 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 6.
So Roper again is going to be the man to get the snap here. Loses the football, picks it up, gets out of trouble. He's going to throw it downfield, completes the pass across the 50, and Kana has it at the 49. And so Roper makes something out of nothing. Tigers trying to go quick, so we're not going to show you the replay. Well, let's see if we can sneak it in here. Roper fires it downfield. Makes something happen. Now handoff to Roper from Mendoza. Breaks a tackle, up the sidelines, across the 30, the 20, and finally shoved out of bounds. They're going to mark him down at the 11. And a big pickup there for Roper. And Noah Roper racking up the yards here before half. 36 seconds remaining here in the half. Tigers at the doorstep of scoring their 4th touchdown of the half. Mendoza in the pistol. He will fake it, rolls, looks, fires, has a man, caught inside the 5. I believe that was Ian McDonald. And they'll call a timeout here as that one was stopped short at the 2. So a timeout for Erie. And while we have a moment, fans, if you look on our video description down below, you will see a link to our Patreon. And we would really love for you to be a member of our Patreon team, whether it's a $1 a month contribution. That's kind of our fan club that we have to a business that wants to get a read on air. We'd love for you to do that, whether it's sponsoring the national anthem or the keys to the game or just being part of our fan club. Do that by clicking on the Patreon link down below. 21-10, Tigers lead it here. And they will actually bring out the chain here to measure this one. So 1st and goal. Roper in the shotgun with Vera. And 2 Tigers in motion. They're going to have to get completely set here, and they do. And Roper into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. 4 touchdowns in the half. 3 from Roper and 1 on a pass to Jamie Nelms, and the Tigers offense is cooking. 27-10. They lead it here. As you see, Roper follow his blockers. That was Vera, and Nelms, and Brooks, and Hackney leading the way there on that right side. And now Julian out to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is no good. Missed wide to the left, or to the right, I beg your pardon. So, 27-10. 3-possession game here, and Tigers, as we mentioned, they have not had much success against Mead the last few years. And trying to end that here tonight, and in good position here almost through 2 quarters of football. You look at the RPI, by the way, the Tigers, although they are 4-0 and ranked number 1, they are 6 in RPI. Palisade number 1, Harrison 2, Durango 3, Thomas Jefferson 4, Discovery Canyon 5, then Erie. And that will have a big impact, of course, on seedings later on. But still plenty of time before you start worrying about that number too much. In terms of the top 10, though, Erie sitting alone in first with 10 of the 16 votes for first place at 4-0. Discovery Canyon second. They have 2 first place votes. Then Palisade, who is 3-1, they have 2 first place votes. Then TJ and Harrison. Some of the teams you thought would be real strong with a couple losses in Pueblo East, Palm Ridge, and Durango. 28.6 left. Julian will send this one into the end zone. So Julian doing well on the kickoffs. Stick around at halftime. We will have highlights for you here on this chilly night in Mead. Good first half for Erie. It didn't start so hot as Mead got their own kickoff after recovering a little pooch. And then 3 plays was all it took for them to punch it into the end zone. And they're going to go into a kneeling formation here, and they're just going to take it into the locker room. So time will run out, and that will do it. First half in the books. The Tigers, they lead it 27-10. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right-hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble, and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network, as the Tigers lead it at halftime, 27-10. And here is some first half highlights for you. Enjoy.
Number 8, Noah Roper on the interception return. Tackle. Pass complete to number 16, Kahana. Ball at the 49-yard line. Touchdown, run by number 8, Noah Roper.
And welcome back in. I'm not sure you totally had audio for those highlights, but you got to see them in action there in half number 1. Well, the Tigers, they lead it 27-10. We're going to step aside again. We'll come back, have second half full of action here for you on the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages. We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble. You're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. A couple minutes till the start of the second half. Let's go over some of the numbers here through halftime. A couple completed passes, 2 of 3 for Gavin Mendoza, 28 yards, including a touchdown to Jamie Nelms. Noah Roper, he completed a couple passes for 51 yards, including that crazy scrambler. You saw that he made something out of nothing, and then the little toss pass that he had for 40 yards to Caleb Furman. Noah Roper, 17 carries, 133 yards rushing. The Tigers over 150 yards rushing as a team. Mendoza has about 19 or so. I think Tyler Gardner in there with about 11. Caleb Furman, of course, had that 40-yard catch. Ian McDonald with a little catch as well. So the Tigers, pretty good first half of play there. We are about a minute away from the start of the second half. We're not going to send you to commercial, but we'll stick right here. As, well, you know, we talked a little bit before the coaches about kind of what to expect in this one, and they were real anxious to play these Mavericks, a team that they just have not beaten in a long time, and they were going to kind of take the chains off Noah Roper tonight. He's been on a steady pitch count throughout the season, and tonight they were, hey, we're ready to let him run wild, and he has pretty much done that. He hasn't busted the big one other than kind of one down the sideline, but 8-9 yard chunks at a time. It seems like every time he takes the ball, he's getting at least 5 yards as he's averaging 7.8 per carry. So the time is run out. We will get started here. Remember, the Tigers received the ball in the first half, but Mead actually ended up with the first possession as they recovered the pooch kick. So Mead will get the ball here to start the second half. They came out real strong, recovered that pooch kick. 3 plays to score. That's all it took. And it was on a 2-yard run, I believe. We'll go back and check that for the Mavericks. It was a nice pass, though, that set that up from Velteen. Velteen got shaken up late in that second half. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Net. You can like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. Check us out online, erietiger.network.com. And if you go to erietiger.network.com, you can see our broadcast schedule, which always has a couple shakeups here and there. For instance, no soccer game this last week as there was no game at the track because they are trying to finish up the surfacing of that. So that's why you didn't see the soccer game earlier this week. So we have some events coming up. Be sure to check those out. I'd like to thank a few sponsors. Of course, Jeannie Holst from State Farm, Caraway Orthodontics, Clark Legal Services, Go Airheads, Germany Law Firm, Jen Elliston Realty. All sponsors here on the Erie Tiger Network. So here we go, about ready to start half number 2. Just waiting for the Erie kick team to take the field. They're still technically a minute left before the half is supposed to start. They took a 20-minute halftime, and then they get a 3-minute warm-up period. And man, they have used all of that. As we mentioned earlier, don't forget to be a Patreon member. You can be part of our support fan club for as little as $1 a month. Just check out the link in the description below the video. Also, like this video and subscribe to the Erie Tiger Network. 40 seconds left here till they will get this one underway. They might start this a little early, but they are actually waiting for the warm-up period clock. There's the white hat. And we may not have a scoreboard here for a little bit in this half, but I'll keep you up to date with the time. This one is a spinner end over end, and that will land 8 yards deep in the end zone. Another touchback. Julian's been solid in that department here tonight. First and 10 now for the Mavericks. Velteen in the backfield. That little modified, almost double wing formation, and a handoff up the middle is snuffed out pretty good that time. That was Devin Edwards for a couple. I'll credit Ian McDonald with the tackle that time. 2nd and 8. In motion was Watker, and now they'll reset the formation. Velteen hands it off on the little end around underneath, and that was Bailey, and he will gain a couple.
Number 26, Nathan Bailey on the carry. Tackle on the play by number 54, Nathan.
Tigers started to figure out that Mead attack. Lots of tackles for losses there at the end. Third and 4. Double wing. It'll be a pass. They'll throw it back up the sideline. And good read, actually, by Vera. He came over to cover Edwards, who was kind of running a little wheel route there. And so 4th and 4, and the Mavericks are empty here on possession number 1. That's Ethan Schrauf, by the way, running our scoreboard and graphics. Grayson Wolf will be running our replay. Here goes the punt. Took a little while to get off. Tigers didn't really pressure, and Roper will fair catch at the 47, and that's where they will start their first. 10:40. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And, of course, it'll be Noah Roper out there with Gavin Mendoza. Kana, the slot receiver. Furman, the wide man. Nelms and I think McDonald also in there as tight ends. Hand off to Roper. Left side stretches out, cuts up across the 50 and planted down on the Mead side of the field at the 46. And just like we saw in the first half, seems like every time you look up, a little 8-yard run there by Noah Roper. They'll actually call him down short of the 45 to the 46. So it's a 7-yard pickup. Mendoza takes the snap, hands it off. Roper, big hole right side, across the 40, bounces it out, across the 30. Roper stutters, across the 20, and he will be finally corralled out of bounds by Nick Jacobs, but a nice pickup there. So a 30-yard pickup for Noah Roper. 170 yards rushing for him. And a little bit of movement down there for the Tigers, and that's going to back him up 5 yards. Mendoza in the pistol, shifts 2 men across the formation again. Now they'll set, handoff, Roper, left side, just kind of shuffles the feet out of the way and ends up picking 2, maybe 3 yards. Inside the 20, down to the 19. About the best defensive play of the night right there in terms of stopping Noah Roper on the run right there for the Mavericks. Only a pickup of a couple. Mendoza again in the pistol, claps the hands. McDonald motions across. Stretch, handoff left side, that's Roper. Turns it up across the 10, and Roper finally knocked out of bounds at the 9. So pickup of 10 that time for Noah. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 here for the Tigers. This time it's Roper with Vera. Hand off to Vera, and Vera bounces off orange jerseys and plows his way down to the 5. So good little 4-yard pickup there for Vera on his first carry of the night. And the Tigers have 1st and goal. Ian Vera, athletic, pretty good size, and continuing to get more and more opportunities on offense. And this time it's Vera keeping it, and he's going nowhere. So 2nd and goal here, 8:38 and counting. Still Roper and Vera in the backfield for the Tigers. Man, I tell you what, if the Tigers want to throw a slant to Tyler Gardner in this formation, they would probably have that open. Roper will keep it himself right side, and a good stop that time. Shooting into the backfield was Easton Williard. And the first loss carry on the night. Lots of 2. So Roper back to 180 yards rushing, 750 and counting. Tigers kind of taking their time here. Up by 17. And I think the coaching staff's going to call a timeout, and they will. So we'll take a quick timeout. Tigers lead it, but they have 3rd and goal.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
And we'll come back in. Erie Tiger Network, 7:36 remaining here in the quarter. 3rd and goal. Roper with Vera in the backfield. Roper takes it. He's going to do the little jump pass. It is bobbled, still in the air, intercepted. Jamie Nelms bobbled it. I thought he was going to snare it, and then I think he just lost sight of it. And it was intercepted. So Edwards on the interception, and a big stop there for Mead after letting Erie drive the length of the field.
Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Mavericks.
So handoff there that time, and Mavericks, good little chunk yard there on 1st down. A gain of 7.
Number 54, Hackney, gain of 6 on the play.
Mead not a whole lot going here offensively in that first half. And that time, enough for a 1st down. That was Ryan Bullock.
Good enough for a 1st down, Mavericks.
1st and 10 for the Mavericks. Handoff, sweep, plenty of room that time for Bailey. Eludes one defender and finally chucked out of bounds. A hard hit by No Roper and Ian Vera on the tackle, all the way up to the 48.
Ball at the 49-yard line after an 18-yard gain and a 1st down, Mavericks.
18-yard pickup that time. Ball spot at the near hash. Little misdirection action, then a handoff up the middle, and that time Ian Vera diagnosed and wrapped up Ryan Bullock before he could get a little more than a yard. Clock still ticking here, 6:19 and counting, almost halfway through this 3rd quarter. Erie drove it all the way down, got stopped on an interception from Noah Roper. Tigers disrupt things in the backfield, but able to get a few yards out of his Velteen. He was hog-tied that time by Jamie Nelms for a pickup of about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Mavericks.
So 3rd and 5 for the Mavericks. And not much going there, maybe a yard on the pickup. And so 4th and 4 now.
45-yard line. 4th and 4 for the Mavericks.
And big play here for Mead. They want to get back into this game, see what the Erie defense can do. Velteen with Watker in motion. They'll reset. A lot of that tonight. Velteen again. Hands it off right side, and a good job shedding the block and getting the stop. That was Jamie Nelms. Sealed off the edge, came off of it, and just reached out the right hand and knocked the ball carrier to the turf. And so a stop there and a turnover on downs. You see Nelms, just good job. Getting the stop there for the Tigers. So Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44. So good field, or 43. Good field position here for Erie. Mendoza will be the quarterback this time. They'll hand it off to Roper, right side, big hole, steps through one tackle, breaks another one across the 40, across the 30, cuts inside, pulled from behind, changes field direction, Noah Roper into the end zone. Noah Roper, 57 yards, and another dazzling touchdown to add to his highlight reel. You just shake your head and you wonder, where are all the D1 offers? Only one right now for Noah. Outstanding run there for Noah Roper. And now Julian on to kick the extra point. Make it 34-10 if he can knock this one through. Snap is good. Kick is up, and that time it is good. 34-10. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. A little shot there of the sideline. As the Tigers on the back of Noah Roper, 57-yard carry. He's now over the double century mark, if you will. As that kick is through the end zone. 237 yards unofficially for Noah Roper on 23 carries, over 10 yards a carry. Noah Roper, obviously, when you get that volume of carries and you rack up yards, going to get your name called a lot. But Noah, in his career coming into tonight, almost 5,000 yards rushing. He has eclipsed the 5,000-yard mark. He needed 154 yards to do that. Well, he has done that and then some. Almost had that in the first half. So Noah Roper over 5,000 yards rushing for his career. And what a remarkable career it has been. Handoff up the middle, and Mead just moving the pile forward, and that's going to be close to a first down. Noah, his freshman year, only 169 yards rushing. He had 2,600 yards rushing last year in 14 games. And you say, well, he hasn't gotten that many carries this year. He's probably not going to near that total again. Well, he's only averaging about 4 yards a game less than he was last year, but he's been far more efficient. 7.3 yards a carry last year, 9.6 so far this year, and right now he is over 10 yards a carry in this game. 12 touchdowns already on the season coming into today, 4 more, so 16 touchdowns for Noah Roper. Well, there's some good Noah Roper info for you. Handoff. Tigers actually got into the backfield, but a good move. There is a flag way behind the play. And I'm not sure if this is going to be on Velteen or McDonald. This could go either way. I think a Tiger and a Maverick got a little bit chippy in behind the play, and they are pointing in the direction of Erie. At least it appears that way. Let's see the official call here from the head referee. And it is a personal foul on Erie. So, told you there were some extracurriculars happening well behind the play, and it was a good gain, and now tack on 15 more, and now Mead is the deepest they've been in a while. 24-point lead, though, for the Tigers. Mead trying to shrink that. They're going to run a screen. At least that's how it looks. So much pressure in the backfield and an outbreaking route, and I think they will call an illegal man downfield. I think that was supposed to be a screen, and the umpire tossed the flag, and I saw a couple linemen a few yards down the field. And so I don't know if half the offense was on a different page there or not. See if we can, well, no, not quite far back enough our replay system. We only get about 15 seconds from snap time, or excuse me, it's 15 seconds that it counts back or before it shows you the replay. So that'll back up. Illegal man downfield there for the Mavericks. Velteen. Handoff on the sweep, and Mead's been a little bit more successful there on the sweeps here on this drive as they go around the right side. Not counting, though. That's one thing. That was a goal of Erie. Make Mead put the ball in the air. If they were running a lot, they felt like it meant they were in the game, and they just felt like Mead going through the air not quite as strong, and they wanted to make them kind of a passing team here in the second half. Handoff on the sweep again. Bailey will stretch it out, gets around the corner again, and Tigers not able to seal off the edge very well. And now some more chippiness after the play, and flags coming from every official down on the field. So not totally sure what that flag's going to be on. I think that's going to be on the Mavericks for picking up Kana and shoving him backward. Officials are discussing it down there. Unsportsmanlike on Erie and an unsportsmanlike on Mead. So offsetting penalties. And it was dead ball offsetting penalties, so the downs and yardage still counts. So third and 3 here for the Mavericks. Boy, they need this first down. They're just trying to hang around here. And not much going there on the handoff. Good job that time defensively from Erie. Ethan Johnson was the one that kind of shot into the backfield there for Erie. Defense real strong last week. We heard a lot of Tab Sire's name. Haven't heard much from him tonight. Josh Bradford will be back soon. He broke his collarbone in the preseason. Oh, man, he's a big piece for the Tigers. Eddie Pena, Deon Lucero might return to action soon as well. Rolling to the right, Velteen. Flag behind the play. I think we're going to see a hold as he spikes that one into the turf. And on 3rd and 3, an incomplete plus a penalty. So it's either going to be 3rd and long Let's see if Erie declines this. Excuse me, was that a 4th down? Good grief, that was a 4th down, and here we are waiting for the signal and the Erie offense set to come on the field. Hey, well, even announcers make mistakes. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers after the turnover on downs. And the Tigers will get the ball at their own 20. This is the worst field position they've had in a while. Seems like every time they get the ball, they're in pretty good shape. 51.4 seconds left here in this quarter. Mendoza, he will be the snap taker. Play action, looking, pressured, spins out of one defender's arms right into another. And they had Tyler Gardner on a double move. I don't know if we'll be able to see that on the replay, but he did an out and up.
Quarterback number 4, Mendoza sacked on the play by number 9, KJ.
And I don't know if we will be able to see this, but Gardner was running an out and up, and he was wide open down the field. Just Mendoza did not have time to deliver it to him. 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Should be the last snap of the quarter. They'll send Roper in motion. A pitch to him off of his hands. Ball squirts free. Mead picks it up in the end zone for a touchdown. It was Bryson Gildner that got it. They sent Roper in motion. They pitched it back. He dropped it, was tackled, and it was picked up by Mead, and they just put it right in the end zone. There's Roper on the pitch, and you see he tried to recover, but he was tackled, picked up, and into the end zone Mead goes. So with 2.8 left in the quarter, Mead trying to make this a ball game. Trying to make it 34-17. Snap high, hold is good. Tamagaki, good. So 17-point lead for the Tigers. We'll step aside here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Just a dropped pitch there by Noah. And so that will be a negative, I believe, 14-yard pickup for Noah. So he's going to go back down to 223. Not sure exactly actually how many yards that was. So now Mead, got to expect a little pooch kick here. In fact, the deepest man for Erie right now is standing on the 18-yard line. And there is the pooch, and a fair catch called by Benji Havener. You can always tell Benji, the long flowing locks out the back. The sophomore who was a big piece of the Erie baseball team last year. So 1st and 10 now for Tigers, and this has been the longest last 15 seconds of a quarter this year, it seems. So 2 seconds left. We have 12 on our clock, but this will be the last play of the quarter. And well, not quite yet, because now we have a penalty. So the groundhog must have saw his shadow, and we're in for a long third quarter. I think that was what happened there. Hand off to Roper, and he will gain 3, make it 4 yards, or 3 yards. Roper to end the quarter, and so at the end of 3, it's 34-17. We'll take another timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
All right, welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. And so for the Tigers, a little bit of a hiccup there to end the third quarter. And we'll see if they can't get back on the straight and narrow here to start quarter number 4. Roper in the shotgun. With him is Vera. He'll send 2 men in motion. That's Nell, and another false start. So Tigers losing a little bit of focus here. Mead not wanting to go down here without a fight. So now it's going to be 2nd and 17 for Erie. Ball spotted at the far hash. Clock is rolling here, but we haven't had a snap and now a timeout. Not sure why the clock was rolling. So a timeout. We'll stick here. Seems like it's been a while since we've seen back-to-back plays. But some scores from around 3A. Pueblo County, they lead Harrison, who is undefeated, 17-14. That's at the start of the 4th quarter. Frederick rolling big over Littleton, 45-0. Pueblo Centennial, they're on the road at Sierra. They lead it 22-0. Canyon City, they're looking for their first win. They're locked up at 14 at home against Mesa Ridge. That would help Erie. Roosevelt, they're 0-4, but they're tied at 10 going into the 4th at home against Glenwood. Palisade, one of the top teams, they are tied with Evergreen 14-14. Team that Erie, of course, knocked off in week 1. Erie obviously up on Mead right now, 34-17. Pueblo Central, they lead Sand Creek 41-0. And Holy Family leading Skyline at halftime in a shootout, 35-28. And I forgot Conifer leading Skyview 19-13. So those are some scores from round 3A. Thank you, Grayson Blaylock, for giving us those. So here we go. They fix the clock. Now here's the first snap. Handoff, right side. Gardner stutters through a hole and gets up toward the original line of scrimmage. And a pickup of 7 on the play. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Little sequence there was really only the second time tonight the Tigers have been behind the sticks, and they've both been in the last 2 drives. Now Roper will take the snap. Roper catches, fakes, goes up the middle, keeps the legs moving, and will fight for about 5 yards, but he will be short of the first down, and I think we will see the Tigers punt for the first time tonight.
Brings up 4th and 6 for the Tigers.
So here comes Julian to punt. Mead, they're hanging around here, only down 3 possessions. I know it might have been a little early, but if Mead would have gone for 2 and made it, it would be a 2-possession game last time. And there's a blocked punt. And Erie's honestly lucky that that ball didn't bounce up and return the other way for a touchdown. It was dropped and bobbled there by Julian. See if we can see that again on our replay. And yeah, just dropped and then punted right into the lap of the Mead Maverick. So good field position here for Mead. Erie continuing to have a couple mental miscues here. Snap, pass, Veltine looking, wheel route, caught, 10-yard line, and finally tackled down inside to the 4-yard line.
Pass complete from number 8, Brady Veltine, to number 23, Jake Walker. Ball at the 4-yard line. First and
So
goal.
4-yard line, that was caught by Watker. Now Mavericks trying to get going here. They're knocking on the door again. Here comes pressure. Ball fluttering in the air and just out of the reach of the fingertips. And we're going to have a roughing the passer. Ian Vera got in the face of Veltine and was flagged. So it'll be a fresh set of downs here. So half the distance, it'll be first and goal from the 2.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the Tigers. Half the distance to the goal.
Veltine hands off straight ahead and diving underneath, but stopped just a whisker shy of the goal line. I believe was that Edwards or Bullock? I think it was Edwards. So second and goal now inside the 1. Mead hanging around, trying to make this a real interesting quarter. Veltine runs to his right, cuts over, walks into the end zone for a touchdown, and it is an 11-point game as Mead 2 straight touchdowns. Tamagaki set to kick the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick good. 34-24, 9:47 left. We'll pause for a moment here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. We will be on the road next week up in Greeley as the Tigers take on Northridge. Of course, they knocked off Northridge last year for homecoming. This year, it's a conference game. This one is actually sent deep and into the end zone. Tigers need to be a little more careful there. If that one were to stop short of the goal line, that's a live ball. 1st and 10 for Erie, and they've just made a few mental mistakes here in the last 5-10 minutes of actual game time, and now this thing kind of creeping closer. Coach Cooper and staff, Coach Toof, like a real nice long drive. And now the Tigers are sending on a man late. That's Vera. Time running down. 3 seconds left on the play clock. They get it off. And Noah Roper just kind of nosedives his way underneath for a pickup of about 7.
Gain of 8 on the play brings up 2nd and 2.
Call it 8, 2nd and 2 here. Roper takes a snap, goes to his right, follows blockers, and then just speed rushes ahead. Good little pickup there from the 28 up to the 33. Little 5-yard pickup. And now Noah, I think by far the most carries he's had this year. 28, 250 yards. I'm not totally sure about that. We'll double check those numbers, but getting up there for touches that he's had this year. In fact, the most was 30 against Pueblo South. That was after he broke his nose on the 2nd play of the game. And there goes Roper again, still on his feet. He was slung down to the turf. He knew he didn't touch the ground, and now a flag coming in after the play. So 13 yards on the pickup, but then a flag coming in. And I don't know if this will be a face mask or if it was after the play. Let's see. And it is a face mask, so add on 15 more. And now Erie starting to march back down the field. Remember, Erie started off this half with a very good drive all the way down the field. And then Noah Roper threw an interception on the little Tim Tebow play, tried to feed it to Jamie Nelms. Now Roper keeps it left side, stutter steps, weaving through traffic across the 30, grabbed around the waist, and a holding or block in the back of some sort going to be called here on Kana. And so this one's going to come back. Kana had the old body language of, oops, caught me with my hand in the cookie jar. That was Isaac Kana. And so that will back Erie up. Holding, that was about 7 yards downfield, so this will be 6 yards downfield. So that'll bring up 1st and now 14. Actually, I'm going to say that was, I thought that was a lot further down the field. That's going to be a good 1st and 16.
After the penalty brings up 1st and 15 for the Tigers.
Roper will be the snap catcher here. Roper runs read option, has it himself, left side. Just running behind McDonald, who just bulldozed a man, dancing back and forth. And that's going to be close to a 1st down. So a 16-yard pickup for Noah Roper. And this is where this Erie front, they are solid. Several returning starters from last year's state championship run, including the entire right side of the line. you could toss in Jamie Nelms, maybe even Ian McDonald in that mix. And this is the time of the game where they can really start to wear down an opponent. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Shotgun snap. Handed off this time to Gardner. Makes one man miss as he just waited for the over pursuit and then leaned his way forward for a couple.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8. Clock keeps melting. This is the drive that Erie needed. After surrendering a couple quick scores, they have now melted off. A lot of time here. By the way, Glenwood and Roosevelt heading to overtime. Roper keeps himself right side, sprints out to the right, steps through one arm tackle, spins his way inside the 10, down to the 5. 20-yard pickup for Noah Roper on his 32nd carry of the game. He's got 299. As he gets close to the triple century mark.
Ball at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Tigers.
Roper in this one averaging 9.6 per carry. They told Noah to be ready to go the distance. He has. Handoff to Vera, who plunges his way across the goal line into the end zone. And Ian Vera puts the Tigers back on top by 3 scores. And so Vera, 5-yard pickup for a touchdown. It's 40-24. So that might ease the nerves a little bit of the Erie coaching staff. Snap is good, the hold's good, and the kick is right down the pipe. 41-24. Tigers lead it. We'll step aside here on the Erie Tiger Network. Have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you. And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. By the way, Noah Roper over 300 yards of rushing. He did end up picking up 5 on that penalty. So we gave him that 304 yards rushing. That is his 2nd career 300-yard game, I should say. Well, last one came last year against Northridge, where he rushed for 308 on 17 carries. His other high was 276 against Centaurus. So this year, Noah has rushed for 241, 191, 185, 119, and now 304. And last week, that 119 yards that he had was on 7 carries. And then he was done carrying the ball midway through the 2nd quarter. So Holy Family and Skyline in the 3rd quarter, 41-35. That is a shootout. That some Big 12 football going on over there. So Mead will start with the ball at the 20. Here comes a pass, deflected, intercepted. And intercepted, I believe that was Noah Roper, and it was. Noah Roper, his second pick of the day.
Pass intercepted on the play by number 40, Ian McDonald. Tigers take over at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
So the Tigers will take over here at the 30-yard line. And at this point, that's about all she wrote. Tigers, as we mentioned, they will take on Northridge next week. This Mavericks team, who will now drop to 2-3 under Coach Klatt, will take on Skyview in Thornton, or actually here at home next week. Then they'll head to Northfield, the new school. Handoff there, and it was Mendoza that handed it off, and I'm not quite sure. I think that was Crooks who got the carry. And that's his first tote of the game for Cameron Crooks. Roosevelt, they won their first game in overtime, 16-10 over Glenwood. Niwot leading Eagle Valley 20-14. Niwot, who hadn't won a game in forever, on the verge of winning their third game of the year. Frederick, big winners over Littleton, 52-0. Harrison also losing at the start of the fourth. Some people had Harrison ranked pretty high. That would be a blow to the resume. And when you talk with some of the people around 3A football, it just seems like besides Erie and Discovery Canyon, teams have underachieved a little bit this year. There were high expectations for Durango and Pueblo East and, of course, Palmer Ridge, and all those teams with 2 losses here in the first 5 weeks of the season. Mendoza will keep it himself, right side, and a penalty back behind the play.
Number 4, Mendoza on the carry.
By the way, Harrison did take the lead with 3:35 left, so as soon as I say that could damage their resume, they find a way to take the lead late. I believe that was Samson Baker that was flagged for the penalty. It was, might have been Aiden Meeks. Starter still out there for Erie. Sans Noah, so Crooks the running back here. It is now 2nd and 25. Handoff to Crooks, right side, cuts it back. And Crooks will pick up 4 on the play. Tigers, of course, well over 300 yards rushing as a team, north of 350. Not sure if we're totally caught up with everyone. We know we have Noah's stat line really close, thanks to our friend over at Boco Preps, who you can follow on Twitter. I'll try and figure out what Adam's Twitter handle is. I should know off the top of my head. It is Adam Donovan 24. See? So he's helping us out here with some stats. Give him a follow as he's covering the Erie game tonight, but certainly a friend of the Erie Tiger Network. 3:22 and counting. Tigers will punt now. And last time the Tigers punt, they had trouble getting it off. And Harrison, another late touchdown, so they lead at 34-17. So they're going to remain undefeated. One of just, I believe, 4 undefeated teams here in 3A. As this punt will drop and roll down inside the 5. And actually it'll come to rest on the 5. And that is where Mead will take over. 2:44 remaining. It's time to get your cheerleading on. Empire Athletics Cheer and Tumble and Stunt Gym is proud to offer the best tumbling and stunt classes in Northern Colorado. Visit their website at empireathletic.com or call 303-280-7199 for more information. New customers mention this and they'll receive a 10% discount on your first enrollment. Eltine takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Decent yardage there on first down all the way up. So they'll get it out of trouble as that's a first down. Jamie Nelms, I think, ultimately got the stop. Nelms in there for Erie. See Tab Sire in there. McDonald still in there. There's a sweep. And Furman in there on the tackle. No Roper, the hit. And I tell you what, when you're in the grasp of Roper, expect your feet to no longer be on the ground. The textbook tackle of wrap, squeeze, lift, drive. Most people, the lift doesn't really happen. But with Noah the last few weeks, that has, let's just say this, if you are a ball carrier and you see number 8, might have nightmares. That one on a 2nd and 1 was stopped short. By the way, Niwot does knock off Eagle Valley, so 3-2 for Niwot. Maybe a little more intrigue than initially anticipated for the Erie-Niwot matchup. Handoff on the sweep again. Good burst through the hole, and then just kind of getting spun down was Braden Key. That will move the chains. The next 2 games for Erie will be Thursday night games. Thursday night next week at Northridge, and then a Thursday night game again the following week against Niwot. And actually that one is right before a 4-day weekend for the Erie staff and students. So 2nd and 11 here. And blowing up, well, not almost blowing up the play in the backfield, I think was Ethan Johnson, and then Key just got away and ends up turning it into a positive there. But that should just about do it. 15 seconds left. Well, it was a fun night here. 9 seconds. We'll have one more play. And that will indeed do it. So the Tigers, they win it 41-24, the final score in this one. That's actually going to do it for us. Ethan Schrauf, Grayson Wolf, Grayson Blaylock, part of our production crew here tonight. Huge thanks for them as they rotated around doing different jobs, being up in the cold, doing camera work, as it's starting to turn into football weather. But we'll have lots more football weather and exciting football games here as the Tigers, they move to 4-0. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Tweet at us at Erie Tiger Network. For everyone on the crew, I'm Brandon Bird. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Until next time, I'll chirp at you later.